Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I came across this video of Baron Coleman, and this is something very, very fascinating that I have a lot of interest in. Baron Coleman pretty much point out the fact that the people who are running this country, they're not really speaking to a human being. Right? You know what I'm saying? Their action is not being dictated by another human being. Yes, but simultaneously, no. Rather, he's saying that the person or the being that is pretty much relaying the information to them, saying, hey, do this, do that, and do this, are not human. And I found it very, very fascinating because as a Muslim, one thing that I believe is that these people, they are pretty much, they answer to the devil. The devil tells them, hey, I'm going to need you to cause a lot of chaos on the earth. Obviously, he doesn't say it verbatim like that, but you get the idea because for some odd reason, things seems to be getting more and more chaotic throughout time. As we go, things seems to getting more and more chaotic. Heck, now we're closer to World War III more than ever, right? And do you really think that God is somebody who's behind the wheel? Do you think God is the one that's telling him to do these things? No. But let's go ahead and listen to what Baron Coleman has to say, and I'll give my commentary on it.
I want to say something dark here. I don't think a human is pulling the strings. I think these people that are co opting Christian language and the trappings of the Christian faith in order to produce what I think is a decidedly anti Christian message, I don't think they answer to a human.
Also, keep in mind, these are the same exact people that have also demonized Muslim all over the world. No matter where you go, Muslim seems to be demonized wherever you go. And so this is one thing that really makes my faith strong as a Muslim is because the people who have caused so much chaos in this world are the ones who are looking down upon Islam. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So just do the opposite of what you're telling me to do. If these people say, hate Islam, maybe I should look into Islam. This is the pattern that I have recognized with, since I started this small YouTube channel. It's that these people who answer to the devil, when there's an obstacle in the way, they demonize that obstacle. And so far, Islam has been the number one religion that has been demonized all over, no matter where you go, especially in the European countries, right? They go bomb Muslims, they kill Muslims, they destroy Muslim lands, and then they turn around and say these Muslims are backward, these Muslims are evil. Meanwhile, they're dropping bombs on Muslims. What's going on right now in Palestine is a really great example of that. What's going on in South Lebanon is a really great example of that. What's going on in Iran is a really great example of that. It's all the same people who are behind this chaos that's been going on for the past since America pretty much became a superpower. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to make this video very, very long, but let's keep going.
I think they answer to something far darker. I don't think they answer to anyone in flesh and blood. I don't think anybody in flesh and blood is capable of pulling this off. I think this is so dark. This is a spiritual war. And Charlie was a physical casualty of that spiritual war. He recognized the spiritual nature of it and was trying to get out of it.
Yeah, and when you sign with the devil, just understand that it comes with a lot of strings attached. Now, am I saying that Charlie Kirk directly signed with the devil? No, they can be indirect as well. This is why, if you're somebody who is becoming big, and this is also another reason why I don't wish to be famous. I'm not looking forward to being famous. I don't want to be famous. Because in order for you to become famous, you're going to start attracting a lot of evil people. You're going to start attracting people that are willing to give you a lot of money in order for you to do things that, well, would be equivalent to selling your soul. Well, they might not call it that, but it pretty much might as well be that. And when you decide to turn your back on these people, like I said, it's like a gang. It's like, hey, you can't just leave like that. You know what I mean? Like in a gang, if you try to leave a gang, they're gonna, try to take you out. And if you survive, then congratulations. But with these people, the chance of survival is most likely zero. Now, you may have some people who do survive, but I digress. Charlie Kirk pretty much was in bed with people that were, well, he realized it too late, is what I'm trying to say.
He recognized the side he had been supporting was demonic and dark and evil, and he was trying to distance himself from it, and they killed him.
Yep.
I
Yep.
believe
Yep.
that with all my heart. And it is so twisted. It's so terrifying. That's what we're fighting. When we're fighting for who killed Charlie Kirk, how, and why, I think that why is the darkest evil humanity can face. I think it's demonic. I think it's Satan himself. I really, genuinely, 100% believe that. That's the why.
So yeah, I'm glad that he said that, is because we have a verse. It's chapter 114. So the ending of this verse right here pretty much explained to us exactly why this is the case, right? Let me just, it's not a very long way. So say, "O prophet, I seek refuge in the Lord of humankind, the master of humankind, the God of humankind, the evil of the lurking whisperer who whisper into the heart of humankind from among the jinn and from among human beings." So you don't have to have direct communication with the jinn. Why? Because there are human beings who have made it their life goal to pretty much do the bidding of the devil. This is why I say you have to be extremely careful on who you bring into your life, especially when you make it big. Charlie Kirk made it big. He started taking money from people that were pretty much doing the bidding of the jinn or shaitan or the devil or demons or aliens, however you want to call it. Therefore, he had to uphold his end of the contract. And when he started to deviate from that, they had to take him out because, you know, he signed with them. And Baron Coleman is 100% right. Oof, yeah, let's talk about that. I'll watch that later. That's just Baron Coleman is pretty much, he's speaking fact here, because when you start to see what's going on in the world today, like I said, these people, you can already tell they're not answering to something that is another human being. They're not. They're getting their information from devils. They're getting their information from being in which they're not allowed to have communication with us. Jinns are not allowed to communicate with us. But if you go out of your way, you can actually communicate with these things, which is why you have voodoo in places like Africa. You have magic, you want to call it that as well. There's like, you have people trying to constantly communicate with these things and doing a lot of evil shit. And yes, magic is real. And this is a verse from the Quran that is pretty much a testament to the idea that trying to get in communication with jinns is possible. Now, how do you do it? I don't know. And to be quite honest, I don't care. They instead follow the magic promoted by the devil during the reign of Solomon. So, during the reign of Solomon, never did Solomon disbelieve. Rather, the devils disbelieve. They taught magic to the people along with what had been revealed to the two angels Harut and Marut in Babylon. The two angels never taught anyone without saying, "We are only a test for you, so do not abandon your faith." Yet people learn magic that causes a rift, meaning they learn magic that caused a divorce. Again, this was after Solomon, FYI, because when Solomon died, people thought he was doing magic when he actually was giving a miracle to control jinns, telling jinns to do this, to do that. Them seeing that, they assumed that Solomon was somebody who was in communication with the jinns. But Harut and Marut came and taught them, hey, he did not commit any shirk because associating, he did not do magic. Let me just simplify. He didn't do magic. Rather, he was given a miracle, and the people were taught magic by the two angels. Okay, these people, when they learn this magic, you have to also understand that magic evolves. Magic is something in which human beings perfect throughout history. And the people who are in control today, who answer to the devil, who speak to the devil, and the type of devil that they talk to, some of these devils are like Ifrit. Ifrit are like the extremely powerful demons that are able to do, you know, that are able to really cause a lot of damage, I would say. And so I genuinely believe that these people are in contact with these demons. God, I keep going to the food. I might be hungry or something. I genuinely believe that these people are in contact with the demons, and their goal is to further the goal of the demon, to further the goal of the devil. And Charlie was pretty much in bed with these people, not knowing that this is how these people roll. And so, in the process, he ended up losing his life because it was too late. He took too much money from them. He started to deviate, I would say. And so when you start to deviate, well, I guess you can say life for a life. I mean, these are the same people who pretty much sacrificed human being to bow. These are the same people in the fire were literally eating babies. You can go as far as saying that they were also doing some sort of satanic ritual. You know, these are the same people. All right, and this is why I don't want to be famous. This is why I don't want to be in a position where I come in contact with these people whatsoever. All I want to do is just make my little YouTube video and just exposing these people. That is it. Are they going to come from me? I don't know. I didn't sign any contract. All I know is if you sign a contract with them, they're most likely going to come for you. Anyways, this video has gone on for a little bit too long. I just wanted to go ahead and just put a little bit of emphasis on this because I genuinely have a lot of interest in the way these people operate and think, especially when it comes to, communication with the jinns. Because as a Muslim, we read this 5 times a day. We are told about this. And so you're left with no option but to be very, very fascinated about this. All right. I digress. If you made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys up in the next video. Peace. Come on. You made it this far. Is it really that hard to just hit that little tiny subscribe right down there? And if you don't hit the subscribe, at least leave a little comment and leave a little, like button somewhere down there. And I'll see you guys in the next video.